Hey, how's it going, subscribers? Welcome back to another brand new video from the Flaming Profits YouTube channel. Today I will be talking about 7 tips that will help you create wealth. And I just finished reading a book called The Millionaire Next Door, and this is where this advice comes from. So make sure you watch the entire video so that you learn all of the 7 tips that will definitely help you in your journey to creating wealth. And make sure you subscribe to the Flaming Profits YouTube channel for this amazing content that's helping your financial life every single day. Make sure you subscribe so that you stay tuned for all the future videos. And please make sure you like this video to show your support. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So number 1, living well below your means. So in case you didn't know, it is a myth that millionaires drive fancy cars, live in huge mansions, in ultra-rich neighborhoods, and wear designer clothes. So in this book, they did a case study on the rich and the wealthy, and they determined several factors that all of these millionaires had in common. And one of those is that they actually didn't have the nicest cars, they didn't have the nicest houses, the nicest clothes. They weren't living in the best neighborhoods around. And so a lot of people assume that when somebody's driving a nice car, you automatically think, oh, that person's rich, or that person's wealthy, or that person makes a lot of money. But in reality, you should be thinking the opposite. That person is way more likely to be in debt, having high car payments every single month, whereas another person that has an average car has it paid for in cash in full, so does not owe any money and is not paying monthly for the vehicle. So it is false to assume that just because of the looks of a person that they are either wealthy or poor. And frugality was found to be a crucial foundation of wealth building. Most of the millionaires had some sort of frugality in their life that made them be in the position they are now. The author shares the 4 common practices of wealthy households and how the millionaires play offense with income generation and play defense with their spending. So they're focusing on income generation while playing defensively when it comes down to their spending. Number 2, they use time, energy, and money more efficiently. So time, energy, and money are finite resources. They're very limited in this world that we live in. And wealthy people channel these resources efficiently to build wealth. They understand and know that they need to manage these resources very effectively in order to produce results. They start earning and investing as early as possible in their adult life. The rich plan and manage their finances carefully. They track their expenses closely and minimize their realized income to reduce taxes. Number 3, financial independence, not wealth artifacts. So wealthy people prioritize achieving financial independence over displaying a high social status. They prefer having financial independence rather than looking like they're wealthy to others. You can find out from the book why staying in a prime neighborhood or owning a luxury car sets you back significantly in your wealth accumulation. So if you pretend to be rich by having expensive liabilities, then you're literally going to set yourself back from actually being wealthy and actually walking the talk that you demonstrate. Being financially prudent also doesn't mean being miserable. Most of the wealthy love what they do and how they live, despite their simple lifestyles. These financially independent people are actually happier than their under accumulators of wealth counterparts. They don't live a high consumption lifestyle. Alright, so now for number 4. So wealthy people say no to parental economic support. It is very common for parents and grandparents to offer economic gifts and acts of kindness, such as paying for the children or grandchildren's private school tuition fees or home mortgages. The author cautions against such handouts and shares their advice on the best ways to offer these gifts without inculcating poor financial habits. Number 5, nurture self-sufficient adult children. This is a big problem in our society. And they noticed that most affluent, well-informed parents would want to progressively reduce the size of their estate before they pass away, so they can share the wealth with their children without leaving them with a huge estate tax liability. Number 6. Wealthy people make sure they leverage market opportunities. The affluent surveyed in this book, especially the self-made ones, accumulate wealth because they actively target and pursue market opportunities. There's a lot of trends that happen randomly to time, and those that are wealthy are able to pay attention and make businesses revolving around these trends. They take advantage of trends, and this is what you need to develop a keen eyesight for. If you're able to notice trends and capitalize on those, you'll definitely create a lot of income for yourself and wealth for the future. Number 7. Choose the right vocation. Most of the affluent in America are business owners, believe it or not, including self-employed professionals. Yet, less than 20% of successful business owners pass their business to their children, and many even advise their children against business. While there was no clear predictor of which types of business generated more millionaires, most of the affluent business owners interviewed were in dual but stable businesses. In essence, the summary of the book is, it doesn't matter how much you earn, it matters how much you spend and invest relative to how much you earn. The average people next door become millionaires because they choose the right occupation, they face their fears courageously, and handle their money well with great financial discipline and frugality. These were what made them the millionaire next door. This book was first published in 1995, and the business and societal landscape has obviously changed significantly in today's internet age. However, these findings are a very powerful reminder of how the average person can become a millionaire through a few timeless disciplines and principles, and how the accumulated wealth can easily be lost by those who inherit them. This book is presented mainly through examples and excerpts of the author's numerous interviews and surveys, giving the reader good insight into how the first-generation self-made millionaires think and make their decisions. And what I also like about this book is that it includes numerous tables and statistics breaking down the income and expenditure amounts, time allocation, mean earnings, type of businesses associated with the millionaire studied. So I highly encourage you to read this book, The Millionaire Next Door. I use an app called Audible. That's how I read all of my books because I'm often busy at work or working on other things, and I prefer just to listen to the book because I don't have the time to read through page to page. I'd rather have the author read it to me. And it's still just as effective. You still learn all of the concepts like I did. So I highly encourage you. This book makes you realize the importance of sticking true to what actually makes people wealthy. It's not actually what most people think. It's not like an overnight success where they come up with an idea, they implement it, and they're rich. It's usually a long journey of hard work, sacrifices, and constant learning. You'll be surprised if you study people like Warren Buffett or Bill Gates, usually like the top 10 richest people in the world. The reality is they learn a lot. I was hearing the story of Bill Gates on his vacation. He read like 20 books. Can you imagine that? Most people don't even read a book in 1 year, and he read 20 books in his vacation time. This is insane to me, and this is why I always encourage learning and investing in yourself and your education. That's the biggest asset you have, so make sure you take care of your brain. Make sure you're always learning on the go, and also act with a sense of urgency. If you don't take actions now, you're gonna take time away from you in the future. You're way better off if you start now and be in a sense of urgency. Every day, live with a purpose, act in a hurry because you really are in a hurry. It is much more worth it if you start now. And make sure you subscribe to the Flaming Prophets YouTube channel. We make amazing content like this. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. Hit the bell notification so that you get notified as soon as I release all of my brand new videos. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I appreciate you watching this video and learning from this. Let me know in the comment section if you read this book and what you got out of this video, something you didn't know before, anything like that really helps out. Just comment down below. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.